So I'm sure there's people out there that are saying, hey, that's not the most amazing looking chicken coop.
It's not the way I like to wear.
I just don't, it's a chicken
just
coop.
keep saying it's a chicken shed.
So I wanted Blaine to use the materials that we already have around the farm. It has to be functional, it has to be recycled materials, and that's all I care about. We've got the roof going on.
This is stock standard for the farm.
And the final piece is on. Looks amazing. We've just got back from the farm and we have the chickens in the barn. I'm sure there's going to be people that are not impressed with us having chickens. That's a funny laugh. We're off to make a chicken coop.
As a lot of you guys know, Coda absolutely loves chickens. When we were in Tasmania and we stayed at a few places and there was chickens, he absolutely loved them and couldn't stop talking about them and chasing them around. So we've decided that we've got wood laying around and we'll see what we can use to build a little chicken coop, just a temporary one, and then we'll probably upgrade to a bigger one. I do have a chicken shed on the property, but it's right down the front and it's kind of a bit impractical where it is just walking down there every night to lock it and stuff. So I'd rather one that we can move around the house and on the grass areas and stuff. So that's what our plan of attack is for today. Is this your favourite thing, guys?
Yeah.
In the farm truck?
Yeah.
We're gonna go and get the wood for the chicken coop. I've got, I reckon I have enough wood to do the chicken coop. So Coda and I are heading down there now and we're gonna pick it up, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're the workers, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, what's that?
What is that?
Oh, what's on the roof?
Oh, that's all the leaves off the trees. Guys, make sure you don't drive too far, okay? I need a lift. I'm gonna go get the wood and then I'll come back. Can you give me a lift back up?
Yeah.
Yeah? In your farm truck?
Yeah.
Here it is. Here's my timber. Chicken coop timber. So I think I've got more than enough timber to build a chicken coop here, which is lucky. I did have a roll of chicken wire somewhere and I'm not sure where it's gone. It might have got thrown out when we had a bit of a clean up, but I'll keep my eye open for it and start loading up this timber. Got my saw, found some old nails, got my triangle and my level and all my timber. So I've started building the chicken coop. I'm just making it up as I go along. I tend to do that. I should draw it up properly. Ruth did draw me a little diagram, but me being me, I'll just kind of make it up as I go. I've made 2 frames because I'm going to have the roof pitching backwards just so the water runs off. I'm not going to make it real wide. It's going to be high and it'll be quite roomy for them, but I'll keep moving. I've got to stand these frames up, put some supports in there and get that sorted, so I'll do that right now. So there are my frames. As you can see, that one's a bit longer than the other. So yeah, it's very basic.
Workers here. Coda, are you helping Dad make a chicken pen? This bit. Yeah. Pass that to Dad. It's a heavy one. Oh, you're so strong.
just drilling some pilot holes in that timber. I'm using some screws in certain spots just to make it easier, because it's not easy hammering a loose frame like this because it's not perfect, but I'm going to use the screws, but I need Ruth to help me here.
Okay.
Literally just using all bits and pieces that I have laying around on the property, so old screws. This bit's not the best for here, it sort of strips them a little bit, but it's working good enough. I'm going to put a brace in the middle. It's actually tricky because my tape's just died.
That's going to make it hard.
It's actually tricky because the ground's so unlevel.
Yeah, but that's okay. You're making a chicken coop, not a Taj Mahal.
Coop. Yeah, but I like the Taj Mahal.
You're going to drill pilot holes or not worry about it?
Yeah, I've got my... It's just easier because they're cheap screws, so they strip easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to drill a pilot hole.
You excited to get some chickens? Yeah? Yeah.
I'll be careful. Be careful.
You be careful too, Baba. Is measuring it up. And you're going to cut it. He did it! Then he's got to put this one up the top. So this is the third brace, just to hold it all together and keep it nice and sturdy at the top.
It's making noise.
It is making noise. Don't wake Jakey up, he's asleep over there. Watch out, Coates, come over here. Looking good so far. Getting nice and strong. Nice little frame coming along. We've got to collect the chickens at about 5.
No pressure.
No pressure. Just got to put them on. Jack goes. Jake! Don't eat that.
Eat my pencil?
Jakey bit the pencil. Stand back here, please. It's taking shape. So Blaine's going to screw the tin on now. So that's pretty much the back wall. Are you swinging on the gate, Codes? It's so much fun, isn't it? Hold on. Woo!
No, Jakey's got the ball. They got the ball.
Daddy's down there trying to find some more tin. Hopefully we can get enough for the roof and the other 2 sides of the chicken shed. Hey! Oh! There's your tools. Got some good tools there. So this is going to be the second side.
This is very rough.
Oh, that's okay. It's a farmhouse chicken coop.
No, but I don't like it.
It's fine.
Everybody's ready. Everybody's ready.
Alright, we need to move out of the way so Daddy can screw. So yesterday when we were at the farm, we saw some wild berries, didn't we? And I want to show you guys our little wild berry patch. Look at this, here they are. These are like that's the flower there.
I want it.
You can't eat it yet, but this just grows like a weed, really.
There.
Yeah, it's all the way around. And very soon,
This one.
That's it.
A growing. A big.
And very soon it'll have some raspberries on it, some wild ones, all the way around. So we'll just leave that and let it do its thing.
Look.
See, you can see they've got little thorns on them. They're a bit prickly, but that's a really good spot there.
Where is it? Where is it?
Just here.
There.
So that'll be good, won't it, when the berries come?
Look at that one.
This one, more flowers. Starting to take the shape of a box.
A box, a very rough.
A chicken box.
It's not the way I like to work, but Ruth just wants it hurried up, and
I just don't. It's a chicken
she just
coop.
keeps saying it's a chicken shed, but I wanted to get it all square and make it look amazing, but
No.
she just wants it rustic and rough.
A rustic, that's the one. It's a rustic chicken coop.
Yeah.
So far, we have almost 3 sides, and then there's going to be chicken wire all the way around this part for their like run in the grass. I think it looks good. And then we'll put like a little laying box in there and some perches for them. There's a peek hole there. That's for the window for the chickens. Hopefully not a snake hole. So let's put a bit of chicken wire over the top. There you go, you shut the window.
Got this water resistant floor protector. You can use it anywhere, bench tops and stuff. It's waterproof and cut resistant. I'm just going to layer the roof with this and then put some old sheets over the top, because a lot of the sheets have holes in them. So I just thought this might it'll make it more watertight. So also I'm using a grinder to cut the roof sheets. It doesn't really matter, because if they go rusty, they go rusty. It's just an old chicken coop. If you had new roof sheets, never use a grinder, because they will rust out and leave little rust spray marks all over it. So just keep that in mind, guys, and never use a grinder to cut new roof sheets.
Okay. If you're wondering what the noise is, it's this little one. I'm holding her and she likes being noisy when Daddy's talking, don't she? But now you've gone all quiet. Who's that beautiful girl? Who's that beautiful? I think we're going to put a little bit of tin, like maybe to here on each end, just to keep it extra weatherproof. Really good shelter in there. So I wanted Blaine to use the materials that we already have around the farm. I didn't want to have to go and purchase new materials to build this chicken shed. I wanted it to be rustic. So I'm sure there's people out there that are saying, hey, that's not the most amazing looking chicken coop or chicken shed. But for me, I think it actually looks really good, and it's going to look good when it's got the roof on and it's finally fixed. It has to be functional. It has to be recycled materials, and that's all I care about. So far it looks pretty good. It's a really good shelter. Right, we've got the roof going on.
This is stock standard for the farm. Big spider.
There it is.
No issues.
Don't disturb the spider. That's his home, her home. So we've got a couple of sheets of these, perfect size, bit of overhang just to, that's perfect. Look at that, perfect. So maybe 3 of those to go on top. And then the idea is that it'll essentially be kind of open. So that's literally where they go in, they go up on their perch. There's going to be layer boxes down the bottom there. And then this will have chicken run or chicken wire all the way out to about here. And then like a rectangle with a little gate that we can come in and out of to collect the eggs and fix their water. It's right next to the water supply, and it's right next to a little herb garden that we're going to plant out as well. So I think it'll be perfect for them, but for the time being, because we don't have the chicken wire today, we couldn't We haven't found any of that yet. We're going to try and just block that off. So we're going to put them in there, and then they can get rid of this grass here, and we'll put a little box in there for them tonight, and hopefully they'll enjoy their new home. Blaine's just called me up to the garage. He's told me that he's found some chicken wire, and that was going to be the one thing that we may have had to buy, and it turns out we don't have to buy it. We've got chicken wire as well, so it's 100% recycled, this chicken shed. So there we go, we've got our chicken wire. Blaine's just grabbing some more tin from out of there. Second sheet going on. How perfect are those pieces of tin? They're almost, they're less rustic than these ones. And they're the perfect size. These chickens are going to love their new home. And the final piece is on. It looks amazing. Pretty stoked with it. Look at that. That's essentially the shelter component of the chicken shed. And I'm pretty stoked with that. What do you think, Blaine? It's alright.
Round these corners off just to make it a bit safer for people.
Because it's at a sort of head height, isn't it?
I've got the chicken coop to a point where we can put the chickens in it tonight and I can finish it. It's very rough. I've got to continue sheet metal up here tomorrow and cover in these sides. Chicken wire along the front so they can be secure, and then I'm just going to put some sheet metal up the top there, finish it all off. So it's very roughly done at the moment. It's just like we said, to get the chickens in tonight and get them a bit used to it. I can finish it off tomorrow, and then we can let them settle in there for a couple of weeks just to get them to realise that this is their new house and they don't leave the property. Because that's what tends to happen here, because there's a lot of the other farms have chickens, so they tend to wander off if they haven't been locked up for a few weeks. So we'll definitely let these chickens free range on the property. So yeah, we're about to head off and go and get the chickens.
Where are we going, Coda? We're going to get some chickens. We're actually heading over to a neighbouring farm, and they have a mummy chicken and a few of her babies, and she wants to rehome them. So we're essentially rehoming some chickens.
I see a chicken.
Yeah, and we're going to put them in our recycled chicken coop. So we're going to collect them now. And the reason we're doing it at this time of day, it's actually 5 in the evening, is because this is when they go into their coop, and they're a lot easier to catch and figure out which one's which and which one we have to grab, and then they can settle in overnight in their new place. Are you excited to see the chickens?
Yeah.
There's all the chickens. There's lots of them. There's a geese and a fluffy one. So many chickens. Okay, so we are at home. We've just got back from the farm and we have the chickens in the box, and we're going to pop them in. It's a mum, like I said, and a few of her little babies. So we didn't want to break the mum away from her babies, so we've got the mum and we've got the babies, and we're going to pop them into their new home and let them settle in overnight. Blaine's looking for a stick to make a little perch for them. They like to sort of get up a little bit higher. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to finish off the chicken shed, but it's pretty much, like I said, at least it's safe for them tonight, and then we'll finish it off tomorrow. How many are in there? I think she's just quite comfy there. They're just having a little chill in there. That's a little box for tonight. Maybe she'll come up on the stick, maybe she won't.
Look, look.
Yeah. They're all asleep.
I got the finger.
Well, that was a mission, trying to catch 8 or 9 little chickens, and
oh my goodness,
the mum,
it was not what I expected.
it was hard work.
It was like crazy trying to catch them, and I didn't even think to pull out the camera because I was just in the zone of trying to catch them without stressing them too much.
Well, it was only Ruth and myself trying to catch them, so it was a bit hard to film and try and catch these little things that they're so quick.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where we're going to end the vlog for tonight. It's dark. We'll let the chickens settle in and we'll come out in the morning and check that everything's okay, and then finish the chicken coop.
I'm sure there's going to be people that are not impressed with us having chickens. I will reiterate the fact that we are rehoming these chickens. Some of them may even turn out to be roosters. We're not sure yet. So we're just giving them a home, and we've used all recycled equipment to build their chicken coop. Blaine did it in a few hours today, which is pretty good going. See what happens. We're sort of, this is the first time we've had rehoming chickens like that small.
They're just going to have a farm life. They're just going to cruise around the property and eat the bugs and whatever they do. Just be chickens.
Just be free range chickens or roosters, whatever they turn out to be. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you've enjoyed or got any inspiration from Blaine's building
rough one,
the rustic chicken coop. But yeah, we're going to end the vlog. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, what do you say, Coop?
Don't forget to
Bye. Live, love, and respect. Bye.